protest the election results. This is being called the 4B movement. And conservatives are saying, this is not the flex that you think it is, girls. It's funny in kind of a mean sort of way because it's so ridiculous. But it's not funny because the Democrats are making their own people absolutely miserable with their fear mongering and bearing no responsibility for it. So here's how liberal women are rallying to this cause. This is a Reddit post like, ladies, get off the dating apps. No more sex, no more pregnancies. The vow of celibacy starts now. Keep interactions even with men to a bare minimum. Ignore them online. They no longer get access to us unless they can prove that they're capable of caring about our basic rights. Even the good men, this woman says, failed us by letting the bad men proliferate. What were they supposed to do? So even if you have someone, this is collective punishment. They're saying even if your man voted with us, he has to suffer too, they're saying. So if your husband voted for Harris, he still doesn't get any sex because they're so miserable they have to be punished. Now, I have said many times I was really upset about the 2016 election, so I get feeling this way. Do you think it's too racy to say that I did the opposite? When I was that upset, maybe it is. Clayton went and dropped off the kids,
Whoa.
And I was like, "You need to come over here and make me feel
TMI.
better." Is that TMI? Okay, sorry.
I'm gonna go get a snack.
It helps. I'm going to say you should do the opposite. Did I embarrass you? Yeah, he went off camera. He embarrassed him. Okay, we're married. And actually, okay, let me talk about how to not isolate yourself and feel worse. Here's another woman saying that she really thinks she's teasing men with her celibacy.
Baby, if you wanted to touch my body, you should have voted for it.
Okay, again, collective punishment. Can you regain yourself?
Can I just say,
I'm
too
back.
much?
I'm back, baby.
I got to say, I'm excited about this because I think this might make the dating app experience much better now because I won't have to sift through, people with that mindset. Like it'll
Perhaps.
just be...
Well, I think this is amazing, right? What you're saying is don't go out there, don't further the liberal human race at this point. Don't further the human liberal race. You're basically saying, you know what? We're sort of we're gonna kill ourselves off. We're not going to procreate.
Right.
We're not going to have babies anymore. So we're not going to have to influence children, all of these things anymore. I mean, basically what you're doing is you're kneecapping yourself.
Yes, exactly so. And here's how one woman describes it. She says, don't even get married and divorce your husband. She starts by saying, don't track your periods online because if by some chance you get pregnant, the government's going to come and make you have that baby. And then watch her just get more and more extreme. Watch.
You're going to get your tubes tied. I don't care if you're not sexually active right now because guess what? That doesn't mean you're not going to get pregnant. And speaking of that, I'm sorry. Don't get pregnant right now. I'm sorry. It's your life. You do what you want. My advice to you for your safety is to not get pregnant right now. I am not going to get pregnant right now, even though I would love to have a family one day. That dream just went out the window forever. Unless I move to another country, I am not having a baby in the United States. I won't do it. Another thing that you may really disagree with, but I'm going to tell you anyway because I care about you and I want you to be safe. If you and your male partner voted differently this election, if he voted for that man, you need to leave him. You need to leave him. I'm sorry. You need to leave him. I know you love him. I know you love him. I know you think he's going to change. I know you think he just doesn't understand your problems. I know that you think he's more concerned about the economy. But especially if you're married to him, you are in danger right now. You are in a lot of danger. I just know that one's going to get a lot of pushback. But this is my opinion. Sure, whatever. This is my opinion. Do what you got to do. But if that resonated with you, listen to your gut. Speaking of marriage, I wouldn't get married right now. If you do, get a really, really strong prenup, but I can't promise you that that's going to be honored. I mean, I wouldn't be getting married right now. I would have your own bank account. I would have your own money. I would be saving that money. That's another thing. Save your money as much as you can right now. No frivolous spending. Be careful for the holidays. You need to be conserving your resources right now. Why did I say you shouldn't get married? Because it's possible that in the future you're not going to be allowed to divorce him.
I mean, she really wants to live a happy life. You can tell.
She's joyous.
She's going to be the party of joy.
That is the joy that Kamala was talking about. Imagine being married to her.
No, she won't get married
she
to
just
anybody.
said-
So
She just said conserve your money. She sounds like a conservative. Like, what's the problem?
Conserve your money.
Right,
No, you
yeah.
know what it sounded like to me when she said that is like basically hide your money. Hide your money from your spouse, hide your money from your partner. Like
Yeah.
there's a lot of this like duplicity that we've heard over the past few weeks, like hide your vote.
Shalom. First and foremost, I'd like to give all praises, honor, and glory to Yahweh. By Hashem, Yahushua, by Hashem Kakwadash. Yahweh is the name of the Heavenly Father, who the word everything calls God. And his name in the Hebrew means he exists. And Yahweh's name was his only begotten Son, who the word everything calls Jesus Christ. And his name in the Hebrew means he's deliverer. By Hashem is in the name, Rekakwadash, the Holy Spirit. I want to give double honors to the apostles and the elders of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and blessing unto the struggle. Let's push forward to the truth. Let the four corners of the earth. I want to say shalom to your brothers and keep pushing. And a double shalom unto the Israelites that's looking like the other nations, Shalwathium. I want to say shalom to your brothers and sisters as well. My name is Dewar from the GMS Line St. Louis Camp. And I'm going to come back at with another video. And in this video, I'm entitled this Liberal Women Mad at Election Results, the 4B movement, right? So basically what this movement is a bunch of women that is mad at the results of the election because Donald Trump is the 47th president of the United States of America, aka Babylon the Great. And Kamala Harris was starting off with the so-called black woman because they made it a black thing because they were saying Kamala is black, but she's not black. She's just a brown Edomite, you know, on her father's side because the lineage is determined by the seed of your father, not your mother, all right, regardless of what you may look like. But that was these feminists' last hope as far as like their as far as like their bodies and all that. As far as their bodies, like it. As far as their bodies, and they feel like, yeah, my body, my choice, and it's pretty much over, and they're protesting and not giving men no attention or whatever, and not talking to men and getting off dating websites. And I say good, because the majority of you women are useless anyway, okay? Majority of you American women, you have no womanly skills whatsoever. You can't cook, you can't clean, you can't sew, you don't have children. All y'all are just a bunch of whores that work these jobs and cause problems on jobs, have sex with your coworkers, and y'all just keeping PetSmart and these different places like Amazon and business. That's all I do is order DoorDash and Uber Eats and shit from Amazon, and you know, the modern woman is pretty much useless, okay? And the Lord is making a separation now, and a lot of you women, you just flat out blaming black men, saying that, yeah, that they hate black men and it's black man's fault that Trump got in office. See, like the Israelite man, especially the man from the tribe of Judah, which I'm not a Judite, but I grew up around Judah and I resemble Judah. But hey, we get it the worst, man. Any type of so-called Negro man, we get it the worst. Okay? And you women out there, you pretty much showing, especially you black women, you pretty much showing your true colors and how you feel. All right? And I just wanted to pull up this photo right here. It says latest exit poll key demographics. So provisional national data as of 8:44. So polls are an approximate guide to candidate support. So 44% male voted for Kamala, 54 male voted for Trump. So it's damn near even, you know? And as far as like race, so you had gender, now you got race. So 86% of black people voted for Kamala Harris. And 12% of black people voted for fucking Trump. So now that's the majority of black people that voted for Kamala Harris. So what in the hell are you black women talking about? You know? And, you know, I don't have any pictures of what these black women said, but, you know, you brothers and sisters out there, you've seen it. You know, like, I hope you niggas get shot by the police and all this and that and the other. Like, what in the hell we got to do with this, man? And this is just disgusting, man. And it's really heartbreaking just to know that our female counterpart don't give a fuck about us. They actually hate us. They actually want to kill us. They want to do more harm to us than the fucking white man. So you brothers out there, you really don't have a woman that's on your side, you know. You lucky if you do have any type of woman, you know, that's halfway decent, especially in this place, because the majority of these women are gone. So this is the book of Genesis, chapter 1 and verse 26. And the power said, let us make man in our own image, after our likeness, and let them have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, and over the cattle, and over all the earth, and over every creeping thing that creepeth upon the earth. So the powers created man in his own image, in the image of the Most High created he them. Male and female created he them, right? Verse 28. And the Most High blessed them, and the powers said unto them, be fruitful and multiply, and replenish the earth and subdue it, and have dominion over the fish of the sea, and over the fowl of the air, over every living thing that moveth upon the earth, right? So be fruitful and multiply. So now these women over here saying, yeah, they ain't having sex and this and that and the other. That was the whole reason why you was created in the first place. You were created for procreation. You were created to do those things, you know? But you so ornery and evil, all right? And you think that you have a choice with your body, you know, because really your husband, but first off, your father is supposed to have a care over your body, and he's supposed to give you to a man of understanding, you know, and that's what you women, you don't realize that. You think that you have your own. And that's the reason why STD rates and abortions and an epidemic of single mothers is at an all-time high, you know, because these women out here thinking that they have a choice, okay, but you really don't. You know, us as it was like, man, we don't have a choice. What we do, you know, I'm not my own. I have to listen to my head, who is Yahweh Shai, in which I like it like that, because I know that my head knows what's best. You know, I follow him. I follow Yahweh Shai. You know what I'm saying? And you women, you have to follow us. Because every time when I was left to my own devices, I always was making mistakes and jacking up my life. And the same with you women. When you was left to your own devices, you was making mistakes and jacking up your life. Okay? And going around in circles. You know, trying to make shit work that was never meant to work. All right? That's what you women lives are. Just a bunch of mistakes and regrets. Okay? So this is the book of Ecclesiastes 25 and verse 13. Give me any plague but the plague of the heart, and any wickedness but the wickedness of a woman, and any affliction but the affliction of them that hate me, ain't revenge, but the revenge of enemies, right? So wickedness of a woman, you know? Yeah, even the man that voted for Kamala Harris, you know, they getting it too. And it just goes how, that just shows how tyrannical and petty that you women are and that you shouldn't be in a position of power, you know? Like, what the hell so you mean to tell me if I was on your side, I'm still not getting none either? You know, you still holding off on your body? Like, are you out of your fucking mind? Like, damn. Like, it just unreal how bad that you women done got in this damn place. Verse 15, there is no head above the head of a serpent, and there is no wrath above the wrath of an enemy. I had rather dwell with the lion and the dragon than to keep house with the wicked woman. All right, so it's better to dwell with a ferocious animal than to keep house with a wicked woman. You know, because she's constantly thinking of ways of how to overthrow you. She constantly thinking of ways of how to disrespect you. You know, before you know it, you done put your foot up her ass and you sitting in the back of a squad car going to jail. You know, and she doing God know what to your apartment. All right. Probably selling your PS5, putting it on damn Facebook Marketplace, or destroying your shit. You know, all type of shit. Says, the wickedness of a woman changes her face and darken her countenance like sackcloth. Her husband shall sit among his neighbors, and when he heareth this, shall sigh bitterly. All wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Let the portion of a sinner fall upon her. All right, so all wickedness is but little to the wickedness of a woman. Okay, so kind, so all wickedness. So think about it. So murder, theft, cheating, lying. That's a small thing. She do that and then some. She'll betray you. She'll have sex with your best friend. All right, so that's betrayal. And then she'll get pregnant by him. And then she'll lie to you and say that it's your baby. And then she'll keep that a secret for years. You know? So she ruined that man's life and that child's life just to save her own stinking ass. All right? Just so she don't have to take accountability for her actions. All right, verse 24. The woman came again and sin, and through her we all die. Give the water no passage, neither wicked woman liberty to get abroad. All right? Because you women, you're not supposed to have liberty like that. Because, you know, you women abuse yourselves through over much liberty. If she go not as thou wouldest have her, cut her off from thy flesh and give her a bill of divorce and let her go, right? So this is Ecclesiastes 26:10. If thy daughter be shameless, keep her rein straightly, lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty. Right? So abuse herself. Right? Because when you women out there on your own, you abuse yourself. You know? Literally, you abuse yourself. And that's not something that you should be doing. Okay? You should not be out there thinking that you can live like a man. No. You have to be under the guidance of a man. So starting off with your father and next your husband. You know? So that's how it is. So this is Ecclesiastes 7. So this is Ecclesiastes 7:23. Hast thou children, instruct them, and bow down their neck from their youth, right? So you got to train her up. Scripture says what? Train up a child. It's Proverbs 22. Let me get that real fast. Proverbs 22. 6. Train up a child in the way he should go. And when he is old, he will not depart from it. Right? So all that has to be instilled in you while you are a child. You know, because a child is like a sponge. A child learns faster than an adult because an adult is more set in his or her ways. So it's good to train them up while they're young. But now these women, they trying to train up these young girls and even these young boys to be grimy ass niggas and whores, just like them. You know, the grimy ass niggas who they like, and the whores that they are. Okay? And you think, so like, from you doing that, you think that these wars are going to continue to go on and everything is going to be okay? No, it's not. It's not. Okay? It says, has thy daughters, have a care of their body and show not thyself cheerful towards them. Marry thy daughter, and so shalt thou have performed a weighty matter, but give her to a man of understanding. Hast thou a wife after thy mind? Forsake her not, but give not thyself over to a light woman. All right? So you got to marry your daughter. So you got to give her to a man of understanding. And the majority of these men out here, they don't have understanding. So the majority of you women don't. Like, whatever social media say or whatever, or these little stupid shows that come out on BET, that's what y'all believe. That's pretty much our religion and how y'all get y'all spirit. Y'all mindset, you know? It's real sickening when you think about it, man. And there's just more reasons and why Yahweh Shemi Asher has to just completely decimate this society. Okay? This is Micah 7:9. And it reads, I will bear the indignation of the Lord because I have sinned against him until he plead my cause and execute judgment for me. He will bring me forth to the light, and I shall behold his righteousness, right? So the indignation, so the righteous anger of the Lord. Okay, so the reason why this is happening is because we move Yahweh Shemi Asher to wrath. Okay, so he gave us into the hands of our enemies, you know? So that's why we don't got nothing right now. We don't even have our women, you know? The women look at the so-called, our women look at the so-called white man as just the way to be and the way to think, you know? And every time when something goes wrong, the so-called white man and warped the so-called black woman's mind so much. Everything that goes wrong in her life or in society is the so-called black man's fault, you know? And that just goes into the power that Yahweh Shemi Asher gave him. Okay? Matter of fact, let's get there real fast. So this is the book of Revelation, chapter 13. Yeah, I'm going to start at 5. And it's talking about the beast, right? The so-called white man's government system. And there was given unto him a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies. And power was given unto him to continue 42 months, all right, 350 years. So yeah, so given unto him a mouth speaking great things. So the things that he say, you know, the so-called black women hold that in high regards, whatever he says. You know, because the so-called white man has power on the left-hand side, carnality, you know. And we have power on the right-hand side. So, you brothers out there that's listening, you have to tap into your power source. And your power source is strictly the scriptures. You know, it's not a gun. It's not a BJJ. It's not boxing, Wing Chun, Muay Thai, whatever style that you may do. Okay? It's not your muscles or whatever. It's the spirit and power of Yahweh Shemi Asher. Even that movie, The Matrix, you know, when Morpheus was training Neo, he said, you think this place have anything to do with my muscles in this place? You know, this is all mind over matter. That's what it all boils down to, the spirit. How much you can take and how much punishment you can receive and keep moving forward. You know, that's what it's all about. And endurance and having faith, like our Lord did. All right. Deuteronomy 18:10. And it reads, it says, and this for you women, there shall not be found among you anyone that maketh his son or his daughter to pass through the fire, or that useth divination, or an observer of times, or an enchanter, or a witch, or a charmer, or a consulter with familiar spirits, or a wizard, or a necromancer. For all that do these things are an abomination unto the Lord. And because of these abominations, the Lord thy God does drive them out from before thee. Right? So yeah, so you're making your son or your daughter pass through the fire. Right? So that's pretty much a sacrifice, an ancient world sacrifice, an abortion. Okay? Because all an abortion is just a modern day sacrifice, for whatever reason. Because I don't want to have a child because I'm trying to focus on my career. I'm trying to focus on modeling, and I'm going to school for a nurse. All that bullshit. Which is nothing wrong for a woman that's a nurse or something like that. But I'm just saying, the majority of you women, you just put all that. You just put the Israelite man's kids on the back burner just for you to go out there and just think about your damn self, Right? So, or that use a divination on observer of times, or an enchanter, or a witch. Right? So, using divination. So, a lot of you women are modern day witches, man. You went to the horoscopes and the universe this, the universe that. You went to tarot cards. You get your palm read. You go to these witches and stuff, and they tell you a prophecy and all this other shit. Right? It's okay. And you're an abomination until you're held by Shemiah Shai. Like I said before. So what good are you? All right, what good are you, modern women, man? The Lord look at you women as trash. He look at you as trash. Like, here it is, you done been hopping on, especially the Israelite man, starting off with the so-called black man. You've been hopping on our case for years, and now look at you. Now, you done forgot who you were, because you so obsessed with trying to point fingers and blame the Israelite man. You done forgot who the hell you were. You done forgot what you supposed to be doing. Isaiah 32:1. Behold, the king shall reign in righteousness, and princes shall rule in judgment. Right, so starting off with the King of Kings, which is Yahweh Shai. Okay, and princes shall rule in judgment. Right, the elect. And a man shall be as a hiding place from the wind, and a covert from the tempest, as rivers of water in a dry place, as the shadow of a great rock in a weary land. Right? So a man shall be as a hiding place from the wind. Okay? So the wind represents all the destruction and the turmoil that's supposed to get ready and touch the western part of the world. Really, wherever the elect is dwelling, that's where persecution is going to happen, It says, and the eyes of them that see shall not be dim, and the ears of them that hear shall hearken. And the heart also of the rash shall understand knowledge, and the tongue of the stammerer shall be ready to speak plainly. Right? The vile person shall no more be called liberal, nor the true said to be bountiful, right? Because all these women is liberal. Y'all really some vile people. You a narcissist, you a murderer, okay? You a feminist. You pretty much against the order of Yahweh by Shemiah Shai. But you said that you free, and yeah, you a vile person. You women are vile. For the vile person will speak violently, and his horrible work iniquity practice hypocrisy, and to utter error against the Lord, to make empty the soul of the hungry, and he will cause the drink of the thirsty to fill. Right? So yes, so, you utter an error against the Most High. The instruments also to true all evil. He devised wicked devices to destroy the poor with lying words, even when the needy speaketh right. Right? With the liberal devise the liberal things, and by liberal things shall he stand. Rise up, ye women that are at ease. Hear my voice, ye careless daughters, give ear unto my speech. Many days and years shall ye be troubled, ye careless women, for the vintage shall fail, the gathering shall not come. Yeah. Tremble, ye women that are at ease, be troubled, ye careless ones, strip you and make you bare, and gird sackcloth upon your loins, right? So, tremble. Hey, you should be scared. Hey, you should be crying. You should. Because your time is pretty much over. Your time is over, man. It's done. All right? And which this 4B movement, the majority of men don't even want to even date you women no more. They going overseas to these other different countries to get more traditional women. Not no woman that's going to try to manipulate you and play mind games and all this goofy shit that you modern women do to quote unquote get your way. But men have woken up to the bullshit and the games that you women play, and they ain't falling for it no more. They like, man, I'd rather just stay at home and play my PlayStation or play my Xbox or go to the gym by myself or go overseas, get my passport and go overseas. I'd rather just do that than even take my chances with you American women, man. Just wasting time. You brought this upon yourself. And the funny thing about it, you can't even see it. All right? That's what's so crazy about it, is that you can't see it. Hey, but the Lord, well, you're starting to see it now, for real. Well, you already see it. You just in denial because you're going to keep going left until you can't go left no more, until you boxed in, until you have no choice but to do that. But for a lot of you, it's going to be too late, man. It's going to be too late. You're going to get rejected so hard. Hey, this rejection is going to be life or death. Okay? This rejection is going to be life or death. Okay? But that's all I had on that, and I want to say, call Allah, halam like how much me all shy. Want to say shalom and bye bye.